Okay, right. Hello again, everyone. My name's David, David Dunning. I'm co-hosting today with Andre. We'll both introduce ourselves. I'm got various roles in business. I'm chairman of a board of two companies and CEO of another one. I've got great interest in strategy delivery and in governance around that. It's interested me so much. I've spent a couple of years of my life leading on something called business integrated governance, which is a framework that we'll describe later that allows us to connect strategy delivery more effectively. I've been co-opted, they call it, onto the BSI's G1 Governance Committee, and I'm starting to get involved in the ISO standards for governance of organizations and various related matters. You can look me up on LinkedIn, and the link to Deep Team is there. And Andre, please introduce yourself.
My name is Andrew Malakov. I am a managing partner of a consulting company. For the past 20 years, my main focus was to set up project portfolio management governance. At some point of time, I was a project and portfolio management responsible. I was PMO leader for 5 years in financial sector, and for the past 7 years, I'm leading a consulting practice, and we focus on portfolio project governance, and we're looking for ways to add value to PMOs to expand the scope of work and make their role more strategic and more added value for C-level executives. I'm also interested in hybrid project management and in strategy delivery. This is why I joined David to develop a big initiative to improve strategy delivery capability of our companies.
Right, thank you, Andre. Just moving on. Our agendas today. We've already done one event in the series, challenges of strategy delivery. We've gone through a session which explores the problems in strategy delivery. I've shared parts of that recording on YouTube already, so you should see that. But if you'd like to access it, please let me know. What we're going to dive into are the key personas who should care about strategy delivery. We need to know about who these people are and what their pains are so we can influence them to help us do things more effectively. We need to know, we're going to discuss why we need to know who cares about strategy delivery. Well, I think it's probably quite obvious, really. We'll look at various CX level perspectives of strategy delivery and explore that and help us understand what's in it for them when we're preparing for strategy delivery. And we'll briefly touch on some management level perspectives as well. We'll then talk about the strategy delivery improvement journey, how we can take these perspectives and these people through a path from where they are today to where they need to be to more effectively deliver strategy. And we'll introduce business integrated governance as a framework that we can do that with, and wrap up with some outcomes and possible next steps. So that's what we're going to cover. Through the session, we're going to have a couple of sections where we ask your opinion or get you to comment, and you can use this thing called Slido. It works very well on the mobile phone. So if you go to slido.com on your phone, when the time comes, just pop in the event number that's there, and you'll be able to answer on your phone or on the computer, it doesn't matter really. You'll be able to answer some questions and put your point of view in. It's anonymous unless you want to put your name in. So what it does, it gives us a chance to discuss through some of your opinions and capture those and makes for a more interactive session without it getting too out of hand, because we've only got a small amount of time. So there's Slido. Hopefully everyone can access that. Okay, so what we'll do then is, in this first section, is recap on the challenges of strategy delivery. So why are we even having this conversation? So we'll keep this quite brief. and you'll be delighted to hear that I'm not going to read all this stuff. Basically, if you go to Google and you search for strategy delivery problems, you'll get a whole bunch of articles pop out, all of which are written by various eminent professionals, and some perhaps less so, I don't know. But it's very easy to find out how effective strategy delivery is. And it's not difficult. The top one there that we've plucked out before, strategy execution is a dismal failure in most companies. So Google doesn't think we're very good at it. And I'll leave you to reflect on that. By the way, I'm going to flick past some of these slides with a lot of content in them, because we'll share the recording and let you share the slides so you can read the detail at your leisure. So if we agree and accept that strategy delivery is not great, according to Mr. Google, then some events that myself and another colleague, David Booth, have run, we've basically probed this for ourselves. We've run sessions like this, where we've invited people along and we've asked them a couple of questions. Typically, the questions are like, what are your pains with strategy delivery, and what's stopping you improving it? And time after time, we get out of them all kinds of issues. And there's some gems there. Strategies set in a bubble and disconnected from the running of the business. Inability to set up and manage accountability, which is a bit of a problem if you're trying to deliver strategy. And we don't have a clue what the corporate strategy is. That crops up every so often. So in looking at Google, where it can be a bit anonymous, we can see strategy delivery is an issue. And from our own events where we've invited strategy professionals along, they've told us in their organizations strategy delivery is not great either. So yes, I'll stop laboring the point, but that's the basis for conversing today. And we'd like to persuade our senior colleagues and colleagues around the business that we need to do something about it. That's what we're up to today.